Today we go multiprompting. That means we learn the finest art of Midjourney. Multiprompting requires you a different ways to think, and once you manage to think parallel in concepts, not in images, you start to understand multiprompting. But this is just the bare basics. For that, we make the first test, a small girl lifting a car above her head. And you see, nothing really works. This is not a car, she is not lifting, I hope this car flies, and we don't talk about this one. We seed the image just for tests. Seeds are only for tests, nothing else. If you want to test stuff, use a seed. If you don't want to test stuff, don't use a seed. But for tutorials, I have to test stuff, so I use seeds. And now we start to multiprompt. A small girl lifting a car above her head is the first multiprompt. It is separated by colon. This is the separator. Everything before that is one multiprompt. Everything after that is another multiprompt. They are parallel, not combined, but work together. Now we make a bodybuilder making an overhead press at the strength : 0.1. So this is 1/10 of that strength. And suddenly the girl starts to lift the car, hold the arms up and take the pose of a bodybuilder in 3 out of 4 images. But now, since we seeded it, we test what happens if we make it : 0.2. Everything the same. But suddenly, all girls lift their hands. The lighting changes as well, and it touches them better. I like those more. Now we test with 0.3, just to teach you what it does. And some of them are amazing. 3 really good and 1 okay. But 3 really good. The car is above the head, she's lifting them, and it tries to give it in the hands like some heavy weights with the car wheels, but the bodybuilder is too weak to change something about the girl because it's just 0.3. But it changes her pose because this prompt doesn't care what the pose is, so this overtakes the pose. Now we take 0.4. Oh, by the way, spoiler, this one was the best. That's why I changed something here. We go later to that. Now she stands above that, and you see also the muscles start to be more pronounced. The lightning is in a way that favors muscles, so the bodybuilder becomes slowly too strong, but it's still in the way it can work. 0.5, and you start to see slim bodybuilder muscles, and here weights start to appear. Heavy stuff instead of a car above the girl's head. The bodybuilder is with 2 parts girls and 1 part bodybuilder, slowly too strong. Now with 0.6, you definitely see the bodybuilder. Really well defined muscles, really heavy weights, and it doesn't look good anymore. 0.7. You really start to see the bodybuilder, but some of them are good again. If you want muscles there, some of them are good again. This also shows if you don't seed it and just take random images, everything between 0.7 and 0.1 might produce something good. You just have to roll a bit. So the rating doesn't matter that much if you don't use seed. But now we get really heavy. With 0.8, and sometimes the car completely disappears and it's focused on the girl. The muscles are really pronounced, and now 0.9. Here we even got a little boy, a young man, a little boy, and no car at all, because those are nearly the same strength. And now no weight defaults to 1. So the small girl lifting a car above her head is exactly as strong as a bodybuilder making an overhead press. And now we got, the little girl becomes an adult muscular woman. The car is only in one image, and here we don't even have a little girl, but a young Hercules. But now we go back to the best one. We want, it's good, but there's something missing. That's why I added in some magic, multiprompting magic, organic chaos that produces something unexpected. The organic chaos is another multiprompt, Cladrus acheri. That's a mushroom, the Latin name, something Midjourney doesn't really understand what it is, and this allows it at 0.2. This mushroom is really difficult for Midjourney to understand where it comes, so it just messes things up, tries organically to insert itself everywhere, and also prefers red color because it's a red mushroom. So it changes stuff slightly, but you see, this one looks now amazing. The underside of the car is suddenly really well with some mechanical parts underneath, and it's got an interesting pose. It's like placing one artist that's good at a girl lifting car above her head, another artist at 0.3, making sure the pose is an overhead press from a bodybuilder, and now we throw in some random artist just messing stuff up and making sure everything stays interesting. I upscaled this one because that looks nice. Same with Cladrus rubens, but the strength 0.1. Cladrus rubens is a similar mushroom, but a little bit different. Now this one looks really well, this one not so much, and it looks amazing. I made Cladrus rubens with 0.2 as well, and suddenly this one looks amazing. So you see, just a little bit of Cladrus rubens or Cladrus acheri will make them much better. And if you don't seed them, it doesn't matter if you 0.1, 0.2 or 0.3, just produce a few more and some will have a good seed, and then you get some really amazing images that make great stuff that Midjourney normally won't do. You just have to combine the knowledge of a small girl and the knowledge of a bodybuilder and throw in some wrench into the machine to make it more creative.